What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back at it again, coming at you with another video for Summoner's War. In today's video, we give you guys the latest and greatest insight from CompToUs, giving us that new patch 6.1.3 that's going to be dropping later this evening. So, as you guys might have guessed, because of the fact that it just came out during my stream, I'm like, okay, we'll go ahead and make a video on this because, yeah, everybody wants to know about it. Everyone wants to know all these skills that we got going on here. So, yeah, we got the new Dimension update coming in. Cauldron's coming in, right? We got the 2A monsters. So, without question, that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. We're going to see if these are actually going to be some pretty strong units here. So first up, we got the Fire Howl. First skill, attacks the enemy and removes beneficial effect with a 75% chance and recovers the HP of an ally with the lowest HP ratio by 50%. So got a little bonus heal there alongside a single target strip. I'll take it. Not too bad. Second skill removes the harmful effects on a target ally and recovers both the HP of that unit as well as the HP of you by 25%. So that's actually not too bad at all. And then the third skill, this is actually really unique. Removes all harmful effects granted on the ally, and then the attack skill is randomly activated in proportion to the number of harmful effects on the enemy, right? So if Rika attacks you, lands a slow, lands all 3 dots here, and puts, basically 4 debuffs on, you're going to be able to spin those back and basically be able to use your first skill attack 4 times, giving you a chance to strip 4 beneficial effects, as well as do the recovery with the HP, right? Lowest HP ratio by 50%. So that is actually pretty nice. I like the change on that one. Obviously it's going to be very, very dependent on, compositions or going up against teams that are bringing a multitude of harmful effects here. But I do like that mechanic. I think it's going to be fun to mess around with that. That's going to be fun. I like that change here. So now we already took a look at Water Lulu, Water Howl, Water Lulu in the first one. So we're going to go ahead and skip her. But as you guys, big 3 there, skill 3. Removes harmful effects, recovers the allies, and then we got the immunity on that one as well. Okay, but I think Chi Chi is the win one here. Attacks the enemy to target to recovers the HP and attack bar of the ally with the lowest HP by 50%. So keep in mind that in these 2A units here, it's not just the first skill, or sorry, not just the second and third skill that might have been changed. It's the first skill here as well. So this one here giving us a little bit of attack bar on that first skill there. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay. Second skill though, just the same one as the, I think it's the, is it the water or the fire one here? The fire one removes all harmful effects of you target ally. Okay. And third one, attacks the enemy target, recovers the HP of allies by 50% of the damage dealt. Okay, so definitely going to be with this one, the damage fasting. You're trying to get a little value out of that HP. And then we also absorbs the target's attack bar by 25% to increase the attack bar of all allies. That seems pretty interesting. I mean, we can't complain, right? We'll take any opportunity to get any more turn cycling. I'll take it. I'm curious to see what the base speed on this one is. I wonder how low it is. I feel like the Howls are not super good. They're kind of in the high 90s there, but I'll have to take a look at it. Light one, here we go. Attacks the enemy target, recovers the HP of the ally with the lowest HP ratio, similar to one that we've seen before. And then we got, of course, the similar one as the win one. Second skill, basically the same. Third skill, though, we got a heal for all allies, recovers the ally with the lowest HP by 50% one more time. So you got a really big boost on HP coming in from that skill 3 on the Light Howl. And then in addition to that, it grants the immunity on all allies with full HP for 2 turns. So this kind of looks like a budget Louise. Not too bad. Immunity, big heals, and then we got obviously that single target. We got literally heals coming in from all 3 skills. So that's pretty cool. That'd be pretty fun to mess around with. I think I still have the light one that I built from 2014, 2015. So I might have to build that one just for fun. And then last but not least here, the Dark Howl, we got the first skill, recovering the HP of the ally with the lowest HP ratio by 50%. And then it also creates a shield proportional to the amount of damage dealt for 2 turns. Very interesting. So it got a little passive shield that's going to be bringing in. Second skill, removing all the harmful effects, recovering the HP. So similar to the previous ones here. And then the last one, attacks the enemy target to inflict damage, deal beneficial effects on the enemy, and transfers the harmful effects granted on yourself. In addition to that, if that wasn't enough, you and the target's attack power, excluding the boss, will be switched while the skill is on cooldown if the target's attack power is higher than yours. So like when I think about switching around any kind of attack power, I think about the Manananan. So I don't think the mechanic is, 100% the same, but that is kind of cool considering, you can, steal their attack power. So I'm pretty curious in how people are going to mix that up and how they're going to play around with that. Is this going to be a unit that we're just going to be having fun with, or is this something that we can actually utilize versus the meta we see today? Let me know what your feedback on that. This is a really interesting skill 3 here. I want to hear you guys' feedback on that. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into probably the units that you guys are really, really excited to check out the Grim Reapers. And once again, taking a chance to take a look at this during stream, we did notice that the skill 1, some of these units here are going to be different than the other ones here, which is generally not the case because they always have, you know, the same skill 1. They don't let me change. You know, normally it's skill 2, skill 3 are the different ones here. So Fire Grim Reaper. Okay, we get that additional turn when an enemy dies. Second skill, it got an AoE ability. It's going to crit if the enemy's HP is 30% lower, but it also provides continuous damage on that ability as well, and it is an AoE ability. So this is really, really cool. Living Hell, the new version, increases the amount of damage on all allies and enemies received from continuous damage by 2 times, and disturbs the HP recovery for 2 turns with a 50% chance, and inflicts continuous damage if you attack an enemy on your turn. So this is very, very interesting. What is it? Okay, let me see it. It does HP recovery, 50%, and does continuous. So it's continuous damage, HP recovery, and then has that bonus. Has that bonus there for the continuous damage. So I mean, from what I understand, it's a 5%. It's a 5%, you know, continuous damage, but this basically turns it into a 20%. And I think that what the community and myself was saying was that this is kind of like the answer, the Comptos' answer to TOA Hell, trying to speed up the process, get into that continuous damage, and being able to snipe these units a little bit quicker. Pretty interesting on that. Now the Water Grim Reaper, we took a look at this one as well. Again, the first skill being different as the other ones here. This one has a 50% chance for continuous damage, and then gets the additional turns of the enemy's dies. Second skill didn't change, continuous damage, AoE for all allies, and it doesn't actually hit it, so you can land it without breaking any kind of sleep or stun, or sorry, sleep. And then the third skill attacks the enemy target to strip all beneficial effects and decreases the attack speed for 3 turns, as well as freeze the target for 1 turn. This, to me, is a little underwhelming, considering some of the units that we've seen and some of the 2A monsters that we've already seen come out here. Yes, you know, great single target strip, and, you know, provides the speed. Like, if this one had an attack bar reduction to go alongside that freeze for 1 turn and the slow for 1 turn, that would be pretty nasty. That might be a little broken. Maybe I'm going a little too far with this, but I ain't gonna lie. You guys let me know. Like, I'm keeping it 100 with you. I feel like the Water Grim Reapers kit is a little underwhelming. But let's take a look at the win one here. Now, this one here is going to be really, really unique, because this one here, if you get the additional turn and you kill the unit, you reset the cooldown time of Death Penalty. And if you guys remember, Death Penalty was like, that was the skill back in the day. In 2014, man, this was the unit that we all build, you know, slapping on that Fatal Blade set here. We had fun with this one. This one did quite a bit of damage. I really, really enjoyed this one. Like, this is one of the units that his mechanic was so good, like, you didn't really have to have good runes for it. You could still, like, do work, you know, versus the scenario stages. Like, it was really fun. Yeah, a second skill, AoEs, and then gets that critical hit if the enemy's HP is 30% or lower. Then the third skill attacks the enemy target 3 times, so single target ability. Absorbs the attack bar by 30% each, so we got an upwards of 90% on this one. And the less HP the target enemy has, the larger the damage becomes, similar to how it was in the past. But the cooldown time is removed if the enemies die. And then on top of that, similar to the first skill, we also have another way of resetting that death penalty. So this is really, really nice, right? I mean, obviously, this would be kind of fun if we had like a violence set on. This kind of reminds me of like a budget Escher, right? If you get the kill, you get the reset on the skill. Yeah, but now we got that kind of bonus for skill 1 and skill 3. So pretty cool indeed. Now, Prom, this is definitely one that I know a lot of people are excited about, because the original one had the double AoE. In addition to having that, it had that AoE stun, as well as a death break on the skill 3. But it was one of those things where not a lot of people, you know, incorporated all too much, because of course it's a squish unit, but more importantly, the base speed is relatively low. So it's something that we really couldn't work in there within our kits here. But now let's take a look at it. So the first skill ignores all damage reduction effects. Really, really nice. Okay, I like that. So we're going to be able to bypass a lot of units out there that are really, really toxic. Second skill AoE. So this one's going to be AoE with attack bar decrease. And we also get a stun with 30% or lower. So this kind of has that skill 3 Ethna kind of status going. When you get the HP super low, you're going to get that guaranteed stun. And again, guys, it's not single target. It is AoE. So that's actually going to be really, really nice. So, I mean, to think about it, looking at Judgment, looking at Deadly Swing, double AoE, double stun, we got a defense break. The damage multiplier is not going to be that good for PvP, considering it is based on enemy's max HP, but that's a lot of stuns. That's a lot of control. That could be fun to mess around with. Dark one though, let's take a look at him. So first skill, basic one, nothing crazy about that one, just gets the additional turn if you hit it. Second skill similar to the water one, but the dark one gets the additional turn after using it, whereas the water one does not. Again, the water one's super underwhelming. And then Doomsday, I'm sure you guys remember that from the original one, the last update that they dropped. We get the stuns in there. We get them exchange out, right? And then we get the attack bar increased by 20% if they're under continuous damage. So that is nice. That is very, very nice. The attack bar increase. That's going to allow us to cycle skill 2 and skill 3 quite a bit. I'm actually curious on the cooldowns now because I don't know where they're at here. But outside of that guy, we got a couple of nice little quality fixes here, a couple of bug fixes, convenience improvements. And it looks like we can now craft 3 legendary summoning pieces a week instead of 2. I'm not really big on that. But hey, wow. This thing is massive. Why is it covering up my whole screen? Oh my gosh. Okay. So again, some information on the Transcendent Scroll. We already know about it. And we should have those holiday packs here coming out very, very soon. It looks like due to this information here, they're going to be dropping it in this update. So I'm pretty sure that everyone's going to be picking this up that does spend money because again, we get a chance to get a guaranteed F5. So in order to close out this video, I just want to friendly remind you guys, on my channel right now, at this time that you're watching this video, I have a video, probably a day or two old, that has literally $200 worth of gift cards on it. One of the gift cards that we're doing is a $100 gift card. So if you're trying to get that Ancient Transcendence pack, okay, and you are free to play, pay to win, doesn't matter. Like, you got to go check out those videos. You got to like the videos. You got to subscribe to the channel. You got to do all that good stuff, okay? Show your support. I appreciate you, okay? And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.